Hey guys, it's Victoria with Nerd Caliber, and I am here with...
My name is Gavin Whelan, I'm the Senior Art Director.
I'm David Levy, I'm one of the Associate Art Directors.
For Dune Awakening, if that wasn't clear, like
Yes.
this huge poster that's right here. So this, I don't think we've ever done an art director interview on Nerd Caliber, so it's really gonna be fun for this. I have so many questions and I don't know where to start. So I'm gonna just give it to you. Tell us, what parts of the game have you been working, like what part did you do the whole thing? What parts do you start with?
Yeah, well, as a director, I essentially do nothing. I have like people like David, and I have a whole team of people, and the majority of my work is just maintaining the tone of the game to make sure we're adhering to either the books, which are just fantastic. They're the holy grail of sci-fi, and everything starts and originates with the books.
Okay.
And then secondly, we have lots of other visual references out there, but the movies that have come out from Legendary are the big one. So
Yeah.
I'm sort of the gatekeeper of the visual side. The creative director who sits behind me normally is the guy who will hit me over the head if I get the lore wrong.
Yeah.
And then, working together with David, we're creating visions for locations, for areas in the world, and trying to create a world which is vibrant and interesting.
Yeah. So you base it, like what has been your main inspiration? Obviously the movies, people already have those visuals. So I'm guessing that from that and the mini-series that you're pulling mostly from those. How much creative freedom do you get with being able to pull from books with stuff that's not in?
That's a hard one to say. I mean, there's always limitations, but there's always so much responsibility to get that right. So I think there's a challenge anytime you approach that.
Yeah, there's such an expectation too because of how huge this franchise is.
Yeah.
I admittedly just finished the book this year, so even what I imagined from the book coming into like seeing the movie, I'm like, oh, that's not how I pictured it. So I really think it's like a delicate balance, I guess, between what the original book group wants versus what the movie franchise is going as.
Everybody brings a mental picture of what Dune is.
Yeah.
With them. I mean, I'm a kid growing up in the 80s. I seen the Lynch movie. That terrified me.
Yeah.
Scarred me. And a lot of people have read the book. Some people have seen the earlier TV series.
Yeah.
Some people from the RTS, like our CEO. That's his kind of connection, of course. And then there's people, David, you worked on the television series, so the recent one.
Yeah.
So, we're all kind of bringing our own sort of personal opinions and views of this, but then trying to sort of shape it and build it around the game that we need to do.
Yeah.
But also working with Legendary, the movie production company.
Yeah.
They've been fantastic. They flew a bunch of us down to the movie sets,
Oh,
sat in the
wow.
ornithopters. We were inside Arrakis.
Yeah.
It was, and that connection continues to this day. They're still working with us, and the Herbert Estate also. So there's a lot
That's
of back
really
and forth
cool.
with them.
Yeah, that you guys are able to use that connection to be able to
Just
to get things right, like
100%. They're very good working with us and giving us the sort of guidance that we need whenever we ask for it. They send us stuff, we send them stuff. It's a good communication.
What's been your favorite part of the game to kind of design and kind of figure out what the overview is?
Well, for us on the lighting team particularly, it's been to create an immersive mood, so that people. And you talked about the movie, and the movie is a 2-hour experience, but the game is multiple hundreds of hours of experience, and we want to make sure that, okay, of course it reflects the movie, but it reflects also maybe the TV series, but also the book in terms of atmosphere and moods. So we use the movie as a starting point, and then we branched out and made it richer because you have day following nights, you have storms, you have different weather systems, you have caves, you have dungeons. I mean, and it's been tons of fun to do that.
Yeah.
And seeing people react on the floor here and seeing their reaction to the beauty of it, it's really very rewarding, I would say.
Yeah, I peered through both of your like art portfolios and was just like blown away by how good it is. So I can't wait to like go delve into this game later and see how that comes to life. I think it's gonna be so good. You guys are so talented. Like, not to you know, put you up on a pedestal.
I'd love to take all the credit, but we have like a super talented team.
That's correct.
How many of you does it take to get the art department together?
Oh, wow, we must be in around 100 mark easily. It's one of the bigger teams.
Oh wow.
So yeah, we have like everything feels like it's too small. I want more people.
Yeah.
So we have a team of concept artists, 16, 17 people. We have some external people who've also contributed to the vision of the game. Then we have the animation department, which is pretty big.
Yeah.
Vehicle department, who do an amazing job on the vehicles. Then we have the tech art team, who without them, we just wouldn't have a game. We wouldn't have the sand, the desert. And the number of iterations we've done and how many times we've reworked the desert just because we're trying and experimenting, trying to make it look beautiful.
Yeah, I
trying to make it
can
dangerous.
bet that's going to be really hard to create because of all the fine particles.
It's the sandworm is the big one, deforming the sand and
Literally
feelings.
and figuratively.
Yes.
One of the big things is like AI is coming
Yes.
into these things. Did AI help you at all in creating any of this?
Not so much. I mean, it's for us. We use it a little bit now,
Yeah.
just for inspiration.
Yep.
And it's no different from going Google search and looking for sand or cliff or rock. Or what AI is sometimes useful is just blending ideas, and sometimes you get some weird combinations. But it's
Absolutely.
It's no different from. I mean, there's some artist processes where they just throw paint on the page and they see a shape within it. It's like the Rorschach method of painting and creating something. So they see ideas, but you need the viewer
Yeah.
to sort of go, I see this. This is a combination of different elements, and it's no different from having a conversation with other artists, other creative people. So it's kind of a shortcut.
Yeah.
But it's just a shortcut. But it doesn't replace the human being and the human soul, the human
Yeah.
heart.
I always say it's like having an assistant.
Yeah.
Because we use it too for video, and it's just like you'd get Paul with a worm head. Like it would be absolutely insane, I would think. What medium do you guys like use to get started? So are you?
Wow. I'm really old school. I was asked this recently, and it's like I still use Photoshop. Is the kind of thing I do. I'm a 2D artist by training. I'm an animator by training.
Yeah.
So I still sketch things out, and Photoshop has evolved over time. So now I can do video stuff in Photoshop and
That's
animation.
not that
stuff.
old school. I thought you were gonna say like I bring out these old pigments that I hand grind.
No.
Like
Well, I wish that would be fun too.
for your next one, you can do that.
Yeah, finger painting. That's the level of art I got now. But no, and a lot of other people use a lot of 3D packages now, and they blend them. Traditionally, concept was a 2D medium, and now it's 3D, and people are sculpting and building things in Blender. And Blender's been fantastic for the whole creative process. But yeah, we have lots of different teams using different approaches, and we let the artists at a certain stage decide that, just to be as creative as possible.
Yeah, it's a really interesting side of video games that I don't think people get to see is that, yes, developers are like typing code and all this stuff and doing all that, but there is this like artistic freedom that this whole team gets to be able to create this. And how do you find working with like the other side to get them to get what you want created and all that?
On the code side,
Yeah.
to work with that? Oh, do you want to?
Well, we couldn't be more opposite personalities in
Yeah.
general. We both of us have been doing this for a long time, but it's something that you have to go towards, because programmers are not necessarily the most social people, and artists are very often artists.
Yeah.
And finding communication points is super important. Not always easy.
Yeah.
But the fact that there is an IP behind all this, I think, is a very strong motivator, because
Yeah.
that's where we find our common points.
Yeah.
When as artists we're trying to convey something about the sandworm, for example, or whatever, and we're working with Morgan, who is our tech manager, basically,
Yeah.
tech art manager. That's where we find common grounds. It's about the IP.
There's a few people who are magical people who exist between the two, and they're kind of our nerd whisperers who talk to the code team.
That's exactly right.
But these guys are fantastic, because we create a vision, we have a creative direction saying this is what we want to do. We create a visual and then we hand it over and then we just say, here's a whole bunch of problems. Can you solve this for us, please? We're making life hard for you because we want to have giant storms, sandworms, huge deserts, all this stuff. Yeah, can we do that? And they go, no, but give me a bit and I'll try to figure it out.
So you have the dream job.
Yeah, we have
You make stuff and go fix it.
Yeah, kind of.
That's...
People must hate us. No, I always said, to be an art director, you need a good set of ears as much as a good set of eyes. You need to listen to the people around you. You need to take information from every department and listen from the ground up.
It's a communication hub.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy to think of like how much actually goes in because again, because this game I think is so driven by the art of the world, that's what people are like. Yes, it's like 10 hours, like you get multiple hours of gameplay, you want to be in that world. And I think that based on this poster alone and what I've seen of the previews, not yet played, I'll give you an update, that I think you guys blew it out of the water. And I thank you for taking the time to interview. Do you have anything else you want to throw out about the game before I cut you off?
There's so many different areas to it. We're trying to accommodate all different types of players, all different types of play styles. Combat's pretty good fun. I see people engaging in PvP downstairs, and they're enjoying shooting the hell out of each other. Other people are building and getting into the architecture side of things, and then you see people get into the ornithopter and they're flying, and the whole experience changes, and the world opens up, and it's very beautiful for them to sort of get that freedom, get away from the worm for a bit. I think it's a little bit of everything for everybody, hopefully, and we're trying to sort of hopefully present a game that people will really enjoy playing.
I think people are going to love playing this. So I will see you next time. These guys have been amazing. Go play this game when it comes out. When's it come out?
10th.
May 10th?
No, 10th of June 10th.
June 10th.
Sorry.
June 10th. It's I don't even know what day it is. Oh my God. June 10th is when it comes out.
Today.
Get the game. It's on all the things. Cool. See you guys later.